know that countries such as Denmark, Iceland, Finland, and Norway all have public college institutions that charge no tuition fees? Some of us are or have been college students that have paid for our own education, and we all know that it can be very expensive. I am not here to tell you that tuition should be lowered. I'm here to inform you what the flaws are in the American education system and how the cost of tuition affects student lives here in our country, which includes pricing and how that affects the student opportunities and their performance. I'm going to give you some background on college tuition. In the last 30 years, tuition has tripled. On www.thinkprogress.org, they state that the average tuition at a public four-year college has tripled in generation, increasing from $2,100 per year in the 1800s to $9,410 per year in 2015. On www.newrepublic.com, David Saracen mentions that today the maximum Pell Grant covers less than a third of the cost of attending a public four-year college or university and barely 60% of the cost of attending a community college. He goes on, at best, college students end up working more hours a week to cover costs, which demonstrates statistical patterns and accounts, and of individual students is toxic to academic success. The amount of loans being taken out has also increased. www.usatoday.com said that 68% of 2015 bachelor's degree recipients graduated with student loan debt. The average was about $30,000 per borrower. Students don't have many options today about how they're going to pay for college in order to solidify a comfortable future. When students get out of college in debt and the job market is still recovering from a crash, finding jobs to pay off that debt can be extremely difficult. Now I'm going to talk a little about students that also have jobs while in college. Students that work don't have much time on their hands than students who do not have a job. A new study from Georgetown University's Education Center finds that over the past 25 years, more than 70% of college students have worked while attending school, and the number of working students has grown as college enrollment and tuition has increased. Students who do not work can put more time into school, and students who do constantly push themselves to have a social life, but have little to no time to focus on friendships and barely get enough time for their family. Students who pay for their own college might be more appreciative of the content they're learning and want to be more successful because they realize how expensive it truly is. They may be just as intelligent than a student who does not work, but are not mentally or physically able to devote the time or effort as much as a student with no job can. They barely have enough time for extracurriculars or a physical activity, which can lead to health issues. As you can see, college tuition has grown to be more expensive. Prices from the past pale in comparison to current prices. Facts show that this not only affects the student's social life, but their well-being. Even though college is expensive, graduating will be worth it and guarantees a degree needed in order to get a non-entry level job with greater opportunities. Thank you.